Hello and welcome to City Beat. I am your host Greg from the Lewiston City Library. Joining me today is Breanne Durham, the Executive Director of beautiful downtown Lewiston. How are you doing today, Breanne?
I'm doing well. Happy to be here.
Oh, we'd love to have you on the show. So what are we going to talk a little bit about today?
Well, since it's fall, we have a lot going on downtown. I want to explain just really quickly what beautiful downtown Lewiston is in case there are people who aren't sure about that. We are a nonprofit organization focused on revitalizing downtown Lewiston. It's a comprehensive approach, which basically just means that we're not just doing one thing. We're not just doing business recruitment or just events or just beautification. It's kind of all of those things together. So we have great volunteers that help us put on events like Sound Downtown, Pumpkin Palooza that's coming up. But we also work with a lot of the businesses downtown on recruitment and retention and working with the property owners on filling vacancies and improving streetscape. So there's a lot that we do with the effort being to bring downtown back to its former glory and to support local businesses.
That's fantastic. And you mentioned volunteers in that. Do you have a solid core of volunteers, or are you always looking for volunteers? Say folks want to get involved with beautiful downtown Lewiston, how can they do that?
It's definitely both. We have a lot of really great volunteers, but we can always use more. We can do more if we have more people helping us. So they can get involved by calling me or going to our website. My phone number is 208-790-1148. And our website is beautifuldowntownlewiston.com. And there's a whole section there kind of describing what different volunteer tasks are. So we're always looking for more people, and there's no specific skill set. Like just how I was describing all the varying projects that we work on, we can just have anybody who's interested, all the way to architects and property development specialists, just runs the gamut.
Oh, it sounds great. And it sounds like you're doing a lot of work. Sounds like you guys are really busy down there. So let's talk a little bit about the farmers market and the Sound Downtown. It seems like that's been a great thing over the summers.
Yeah, it's been really fun. We're just finishing up a 3-month season of Sound Downtown. Runs from June to the end of September. And then the market is, Sound Downtown is July through September, and the market is June through September. Our farmers market's about 5 or 6 years old, and Sound Downtown is just 2 years old. So both are fairly young events, but it's been really fun to grow them over the last couple of years.
Yeah, I was going to say I've been down, a couple of different times, and it's really neat to see the people outside and have that available to the public to be able to, go hang out with your family and check out some local things and hear some good music. It's been a lot of fun. Yeah,
the whole idea with Sound Downtown was that we wanted to provide a really regular live concert series in downtown Lewiston. Brackenberry Square is such a great space. So it's been really good to utilize that a lot more. So every Saturday, free live concert in the square. Allows us to showcase a lot of local bands. We have 12 different bands that perform throughout the summer. And it's been really good for the farmers market too. That we're continually growing that, and we're seeking more vendors, especially produce and prepared food. So we just really appreciate everyone who enjoys their Saturdays downtown now.
Oh yeah, it's great. It's great for the whole family. So and how many years, you mentioned the farmers market's going about 5 years now, and Sound Downtown 2 years, and you anticipate continuing to grow over the next several years.
Yeah, absolutely. With young events like that, sometimes you go through changes, like the market used to be on Wednesday evenings, and we decided to pair it with the concert series to see if that would help it, and it did. So always just moving and tweaking and making everything better, but we definitely plan on continuing both events.
Excellent, excellent. So you mentioned coming up in September, so Farmers Market ends in September, as well as the Sound Downtown, and then what's next as far on the event horizon, if you will?
September 26th is Downtown Art Walk. And that's kind of turning into a 3-day event, even though it's fairly young. It's in its 4th year. And the community's really responded to Art Walk. It's an event where local businesses downtown showcase different artists. They can have one to however many artists that they want to host in their space for an evening. It's from 5 to 9 p.m. So the sidewalks are just packed with people, and it's very lively. There's lots of local music and local wine, and the artists are often there with their pieces, able to talk to the public about it and make sales, and it's just a really great event. And so we're really happy that it's been growing every year. So Thursday evening, we'll have a featured artist showcase presentation by the Palouse Watercolor Associates. And then the Saturday after Art Walk's on that Friday. So the next day we're having a lot of family activities downtown. So that's a new thing too, in that we're really working on making art accessible to children on that Saturday now.
That's great. Mm-hmm. And what kind of events can folks expect with that? What kind of things are we going to be doing with
Well, we're working with the Center for Arts and History to plan an art stroll. So families will walk from station to station around the confluence, so up 5th and then along the river and back to Main Street.
Oh, nice.
With different stations with activities at each one. That'll be in the late afternoon on Saturday, September 27th.
Oh, excellent. Mm-hmm. Excellent. That sounds great.
And that'll be free.
Absolutely free. Oh, perfect. And how can people be involved with that if they want to or so choose to? Same thing, just contact you at
Yeah, I really encourage people to sign up for our newsletter. We just have a free electronic newsletter that I send out at least once a month. And again, you can visit our website to sign up for that. You can find Beautiful Downtown Lewiston on Facebook, or just, if it's easiest, just call 208-790-1148 if you want any information about what we're doing downtown.
Oh, awesome. Okay, so we've got Farmers Market wrapping up, Sound Downtown wrapping up. We've got upcoming Downtown Art Walk, which I did kind of check out last year. It was fantastic. It was a lot of fun, a lot of folks. And then we also have Pumpkin Palooza coming up this year. So can we talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So Pumpkin Palooza is a really fun fall festival that we host every year downtown. There's just a lot going on. It's one of our biggest and fastest growing events. So we close down Main Street. It's the whole afternoon. There's just a lot of different things going on throughout the afternoon. So you can find activities downtown from about noon to 5 that day. So we're looking this year at doing something kind of new and exciting, which is a pedestrian parade, and there'll be more information about that coming soon. We'll also have Main Street Trick or Treat again. So bring the kids and have them dress up. It's a great chance, like a second chance, to dress kids up for Halloween for those costumes that parents buy. And the downtown businesses really love to see the families come in, and they'll do trick or treating for about 2 hours during the event, just like we've always done downtown. There's the great pumpkin roll down the 5th Street Hill for a chance to win cash. That was actually what spurred this event about 5 years ago, was the idea, we have this great hill here, and somebody had seen an example of a pumpkin roll before. So that kind of started this whole Pumpkin Palooza event. It just keeps growing.
Oh, that's great. And then it sounds like we might have something else coming up later in the fall, a downtown loft tour?
Yeah, so this event is actually hosted by our Economic Restructuring Committee, because one of the things that Beautiful Downtown Lewiston really values is making sure those upper floors are utilized, whether it be for offices or even some retail establishments or residential. We're really encouraging more people to live downtown and property owners to rehab their buildings to accommodate those people. So there are a lot of reasons that is really important for a strong downtown. You know, you're creating regular customers, it increases safety, just the perception of more people downtown throughout the day is really important as well. So we're definitely encouraging more people to live downtown. So one of the ways we're doing that is by hosting a loft tour. It's going to be on October 23rd. And again, I encourage you to find us online just to check up on these things. And you can sign up. It is a paid event because we have a limited participation for it. So you can buy a ticket and you'll get to see the different apartments downtown. I think we're going to 5 or 6 different apartments with a brief presentation at each one from the resident as well as the property development specialist, architect, or the building owner.
Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun and kind of unique in that you don't get to often go
see other people's apartments.
Exactly.
So that's obviously part of the appeal, especially, I mean, our target audience here are people who would either like to live downtown. There are 2 growing groups that, the primary groups that are looking to downtowns to move, and those are young professionals and baby boomers. This is across the nation. These groups are looking to downtown for the lifestyle. Mm-hmm. So we're really hoping that those people are drawn to this just to see what's out there. There's no sales pitch as part of it at all, but it's just to, start your engines turning.
Oh, yeah.
As well as people who might be interested in renovating a downtown building at some point, because we'll have a lot of people to talk to them about the process and their successes and challenges along the way.
Oh, fantastic. Well, it sounds like you do a whole lot of different types of things. What does a typical day for Breanne Durham look like? I mean, you sound so busy all the time.
Yeah, that's what I love about the job, is that it is different every day. At least a few different meetings with my volunteers that we talked about, whether we're planning events or planning on meeting with a different property owner or a business. We actually host the event, so sometimes my day looks like lugging tables and tents around, and we have a lot of different community partners like the library that we're really happy to work with all the time, and making sure that we're marketing downtown well, and just really working together to bring people there.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Well, and again, so busy. Is there anything else that is coming up on the horizon over the next year? Any big changes or little changes, or anything else we want to talk about today?
Well, I guess I'll just take the opportunity to remind people that with the holidays coming up, we really encourage you to shop at local businesses. We have more and more little shops popping up downtown, as well as some of our anchor businesses, and we just really hope you support all of those. Downtown can only grow if we're all doing our small part even, to make sure that the people who live and work in this community, who do take that risk and open up their business, that we support them, and we choose to, buy holiday gifts or go to dinner at those establishments as much as possible, and they truly do appreciate it.
Well, that's great, and it's been really neat over the last several years, especially seeing all the changes happening downtown. It's very visual and apparent.
Yeah, that's where that design piece comes in, is when people are seeing more changes, they're more likely to invest their time and energy and money.
Oh, absolutely.
There's still a ton of work to be done. I always have to say that. We're only a few years into a long process, but yeah, there are definitely some visible signs of success.
Oh, that's great. Well, it's been a pleasure talking with you today, Breanne.
Thank you.
And thanks again for being on the show. We really appreciate it. And on behalf of our guest, Breanne Durham, myself, Greg, and everyone else here at City Beat, we hope you have a fantastic day, and we'll see you next time.